So, have you been to Ukraine before?
No, this is my first time. I've been here for 2 days, and so far everything's been incredible.
Okay, and having US chef in Ukraine, I cannot miss the opportunity to show you real Ukrainian market.
Well, I mean, so far it looks beautiful. I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's go and have a walk.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Walking off. Thank you.
Можно чеснок? Чесночок.
Just a little bit.
Маленький чесночок.
Yeah.
Да, чесночок?
Oh, you got some garlic too?
So this is traditional Ukrainian dish. This is pork fat, like flour.
Yeah.
So do you like it?
I love it, but that
And take some garlic.
is incredible.
It should go with the garlic together.
It's raw garlic. This is for like strong men.
Я вас
Yeah.
поняла.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Кушайте.
If I know that beef is extremely popular in US, what do you cook with beef?
Everything. Yeah, in most of the states right now, as people are like becoming more health conscious, they're not using beef for every single application. So right now they're focusing more, like they're using it more in the steakhouses, right? So it used to be that they only use those prime cuts, like so the tenderloin, the ribeye, the skirt, the strips, the strip loin and all that. But so now as we're getting more in tune and mindful of waste and sustainability, the butchers out there are starting to cut. They're starting to learn to utilize different cuts of meat. So like out here, you guys are using these different cuts right here, which I believe is like a different part of the short rib, and all this kind of stuff that was typically just wasted or used to like for ground beef and all that kind of stuff. So now they're using that. So we're getting better. We use a lot of pork belly. We use the pork butt. And we use the cheek, but we don't use a lot of fat. So for some reason in America, like we don't utilize pork as much as other countries. But if we started having applications like this, it may grow. So we do cook some specific things when people are concerned about the fat content of pork, which is why they don't do applications like this. But I think as the world opens up and people get more interested in different culinary perspectives, that we may start. I hope we do start doing stuff like this.
Ну що?
Delicious. This one is incredible.
Будь ласка, по-українськи.
Thank you.
Приходьте до нас іще.
I pickle cucumbers, but we do it with bourbon. So we pickle it with a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, but we do the hot pickle, so it's a lot quicker process. So we can have the same result. It takes me maybe 6 hours.
Oh,
to get
you
that.
should try one.
Oh, дякую.
Do you do it in a similar way?
Much better.
Oh, as you may see, we have a lot of caviar on the Ukrainian market, both black and red caviar. Do you have caviar in the US? Do you use it?
We do. We use a lot of caviar. There's a shift towards more of using like the more chum caviar, the cheaper, the not so popular ones, but it seems like you guys utilize them a lot, and that's what we're starting to get into. So like this pink caviar, we use a lot of chum salmon caviar, and trout roe is another big one that we use.
How do you use it? Because we used to have red caviar on the bread with butter as a sandwich.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah, so in the States it's a lot more expensive, so when we use it, it's just like a little accent, like a garnish almost, like an edible garnish on dishes. The way that we finish them, it's never like the main component.
Yeah, and by the way, a lot of caviar coming from Alaska to Ukraine.
Oh yeah, I read about that. Yeah, a lot of from the salmon.
From the salmon,
Yeah. This is flounder.
Yes.
Dorado.
Dorado, sivas.
When it comes to salmon, like I like to just sear it quickly because I think the best things about the fish are when you maintain all the fat and the natural juices in it. So the more you cook it, the more fat you lose, the more moisture you lose, the more flavor you lose. So we like to cook it quickly, maybe even cook it sous vide, which is where you use a vacuum sealer and you use immersion circulator. So it captures all the natural flavor and it cooks it perfectly every single time.
And you are from Texas. Texas is a steak state, but you have Gulf of Mexico.
We do.
So do Texans eat fish a lot?
Yeah, so yeah, we actually eat a lot of fish. Steak is still king. But so what we're known for in Texas are our shrimp that come from the Gulf of Mexico. Our shrimp and our local oysters are really big, and we also have a fish that's comparable to Dorado. It's called red snapper. So it has like the same texture. It's a little bit larger in size, but we eat a lot of snappers.
Oh, great. I've heard that the US market they're becoming more popular. Is it true?
Yeah, again, this is another trend that we're picking up from you guys that thankfully enough is blowing up. I know the first time I came to Eastern Europe, I was blown away by this right here, like the abundance of fresh vegetables you have that you grow yourselves that are all local, like not sourced from Brazil and everything else. And then just how beautiful.
Do people in the US go to the markets, you know, like this one?
Yeah, so there's a growing number of people that are supporting farmers markets, and I'm happy that they are. And the more that chefs start to support it and actually highlight the local farmers on their menu, the more notability they get, the more people will go out and continue to support it. But it's definitely growing. So we went to Houston, my city, which is the 4th largest city in the country. We went from having just 2 major farmers markets in the city to over 200, and this leap happened within 10 years.
And what vegetables do you use most while you're cooking?
So in my kitchen, what we do is we use all local ingredients. So we only use the ingredients that were grown naturally in our environment. Yeah, and like in our specific region. So we use a lot of collard greens. We use a lot of corn. We use a lot of tomatoes. Some fennel, plenty of onions. And peas are a really big thing. Beans and peas. Дякую.
Будь ласка.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's great. Thank you.